The St. Louis Mills Mall is an American mall located in Hazelwood, Missouri, just right outside of St. Louis, Missouri. This mall originally opened in 2003, later on becoming abandoned. In 2012, this mall changed management. However, unbeknown to me, when I last visited this mall, I didn't know that things were going to change. At the time that I lived within the St. Louis area, the last time I had actually visited the mall, I actually saw Nelly there at the mall, and he was visiting inside one of the stores there between areas 5 and 6. I think it was more so maybe within area 5 from what I remember. I remember the radio station, one of the radio stations being outside because they had the radio station van. So the main station there in St. Louis there, they were there. Nelly was there. The mall was popping, right? So 2015, June of 2015 rather, I left St. Louis for Kansas City. It's crazy how things can change, right? So I was on my way back to Kansas City because I was only in the St. Louis area for a short while because I went to go visit some family there in Southern Illinois. And in the St. Louis area, some friends and family there. And on my way back to Kansas City, I decided to make a trip to that mall, which at the time I knew it as being the St. Louis Outlet Mall, but it was actually the St. Louis Mills Mall. But like I said, the mall had changed names. I'm not originally from St. Louis, so this is just the information that I know about the mall. And there's a slight update in which I have recently gotten about this mall because I have not seen this mall now since October of 2017. When I show you this footage of what it was that I saw in 2017 of this mall. And this is literally about 2.5 years after I left the St. Louis area. One of the last times I came to the St. Louis Outlet Mall was about 3 years ago, possibly. And it was actually still popping. I don't know what the hell done happened in the last 3 years. Ain't no damn body up in here. Everything is like shut down. Even Burlington is like gated off. But there ain't shit going on up in her. Oh gosh. This is sad. So sad. This is no different than the Jamestown Mall now. What a waste of money. There was actually, and I'm coming up on it actually, there is a men's clothing store. And the gate to it was actually parted open. I'm coming up on it right now. Crazy. Yeah, Lorenzo's menswear. Says there's a sale. But as you can see, the gate is halfway up on it. This is crazy. I don't ever recall this mall ever looking like this. And ain't nobody in sight. Not a soul. City Trends is still open though. Oh gosh, this is so sad. I guess Last Chance has made it. It's still open. This is crazy. Well, oh well. Think I'm about ready to hit the highway now. Since my last visit to this mall, what I actually found out once returning back to KC during that time frame, I found out that apparently there had been like some gang activity there at the mall. So with that, that was basically part of the reason why this mall closed, but I also do believe that it was also due to finances though too as well. St. Louis Mills Mall was going up against the St. Louis Galleria Mall, a very nice mall. And St. Louis itself is spread out, kind of like how Kansas City is. It's spread out. It's kind of like who's going to go to the St. Louis Mills Mall when you have the Galleria, because that's literally where everyone was flocking to during that time, from what I recall. The Galleria is a really nice mall. That was basically what I was told, that there was some gang activity there at the St. Louis Mills Mall. I guess maybe some fights or something had taken place from the last time I had actually visited the St. Louis Mills Mall. An update though. The day that I last saw that mall, the Burlington was still open. There were literally people in there. Since 2017, that Burlington is gone. Every in-core store is gone. The only remaining place that I have heard of is the Cabela's. Cabela's lasted. Cabela's is still there. The area that you all saw me in, I was actually in within area 5 or 6. That was the area that I was used to going to when I would visit the mall. But the bookstore had actually became a church. I don't know if that church is actually still there or not. But you also had the practice facility for the hockey team. That has gone away. One of the latest videos that I've actually seen of this mall, it actually showed that on the outside, certain areas of the mall were painted out in the color of black. So where you may have seen like the names of stores, on the core parts of the mall, it was painted in black. That was kind of weird to see, but I will link the video that I've last seen of this mall down in my description box so that you all can see exactly how the St. Louis Mills/Outlet Mall was looking before this current update that I had found out here on last night. So y'all, this is the current update of the mall now. That mall finally has something that's going to happen, and it's basically going to be like a business area. So this is what the mall is now becoming. I'm glad something is actually being done before the mall became in worse condition than what it was. But these pictures of the mall and what it looked like in its last days, y'all, it is sad. But I think there were probably some worse images out there, but these are probably some of the better ones, even from when I last saw the mall. But this is what it looked like, y'all. Everything was literally gone. It was literally closed, literally abandoned. I wish I would have taken pictures of the Jamestown Mall. That's the mall that I worked at when I was there in St. Louis area, but I never did. That mall closed in 2014, and it's 2023, y'all. The St. Louis Jamestown Mall, it looks terrible. Looks terrible. So I've seen some recent video on it, but it just seems to get worse and worse. I honestly don't understand why it's taking so long. I've never been back over there since it's closed. I think the last time I actually went there was right when the Macy's was closing, and I hadn't been back since then. And if I'm correct, I think that may have also actually been possibly right before the Mike Brown situation happened there. August of 2014, I believe it was, when Mike Brown happened. Yeah, I think it was August of 2014 when Mike Brown happened, and then it went on throughout the rest of the year there. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. One of the reasons why I really wanted to share this because the St. Louis Mills/Outlet Mall, it still is a part of the St. Louis history. So even though I don't live in St. Louis anymore and I live in KC, it's still a place that I visited while living there in the St. Louis area, even though I only lived there for less than 4 years. One thing I really wish that I would have done while I was living in St. Louis was filmed more. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why I'm wanting to get out in the Kansas City area and film everything that I possibly can. So there will be some other filmings that I will be doing. I actually had one for the Vine before some of the restoration happened down there here most recently, but it was on my main channel. Um, yeah, it's on my main channel. I had to look, but I hope I did not get rid of that video. I'm pretty sure I still have it or whatever, but I will have to take a look and see if I do. If I do have that video that I'm speaking of, then I will certainly link it down in the description box so you all can take a look at what 18th and Vine was looking like prior to its current restoration. Because I know that video's from like a few years ago, and like I said, I'm not sure if I still have it. However, since that time, there's a Black-owned brewery now at 18th and Vine area, which I need to go by and film. But the area has been cleaned up some. And most recently, when I did drive down there, I did see that there were some new apartments that were going up in the area. And that parking lot next to the church has finally been paved. Praise the Lord. Thank you all once again for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will certainly do a checkup on the St. Louis Mill/Outlet Mall because I'm interested in seeing what that area actually becomes. So the next time I'm in that area, I will certainly make time to go by there. Check you out in the next video. Peace.